Okay, hear me out. I may have made a grave mistake. You see, last month's mystery box, I kind of set the standard because we hadn't broke par yet. And the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash may well be wanting to get their own back. They're one of my biggest partners and I love working with them with this series. So let's see exactly what they've sent for the first mystery box of 2024. Now, as you can see weather-wise, it is not a very nice day whatsoever. I still haven't bought a knife, but I'm buzzing to see what the guys have sent. Guys, if you do want some second-hand golf clubs, make sure you do check out the link in the description below for the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash, Europe's largest second-hand golf retailer. But 2 under is the score to beat, and this could get very interesting. Now, this is without a doubt my favourite series that I get to film each month. Oh my God, it's got a Grafalloy Blue Pro Launch. John, it's got a Pro Launch shaft in it. Here we go. This is going to be fun. Oh, guys, I can't wait to show you. I'm going to show you as we go around what clubs we have for this challenge. What irons have we got? Wow. Wow. Now, I'm not going to say that I've always wanted a set of these because I'm not going to lie, I haven't. But the fact I get to play with them today is very, very fun. We all know the score is going to be dictated by, oh my, they have got me back. They have. So last month was the best challenge yet. We managed to shoot 2 under par around the front 9 here at the gorgeous Woolley Park Golf Club. Today it's a lot colder, it's a lot wetter. Can we beat that score? Can we get under par? I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I can't wait to show you just what we've got in this bag and just how much you could get them for. So just what do we have in this bag? You'll see we actually have a set of Ben Ross Edge irons. Now these look very, very forgiving. There's tons of offset on here, a lovely thick top line. And actually I think I might get on with these quite well because, as I mentioned, it is a freezing cold day. And we actually have some really nice thick lambkin grips on here as well, and a nice KBS 110 stiff shaft. So I don't have to overly work these too hard. 349 for the full set 4 iron to wedge. I think that represents pretty good value. We'll put that 6 iron away for now. There's a couple of clubs in here that I think they've tried to catch me out with because last time I was 3 under on the last hole and then whatever happened happened, but still, whatever happened happened. I think the guys tried to stitch me up last month with those old Titleist blades. Guys, if you want to check out the rest of the series, make sure you do. 2 under is the score to beat. We've got a couple of winter tees out here today, but the course is still playing a really nice distance for winter. Come on, fast start, under par. And I must admit, these iron heads actually look really, really nice. That's a gorgeous tee shot on the opening hole. I didn't anticipate that iron to look that good down at the ball, but there we go, we're away. Now, if you did watch last month's episode, there were some gentlemen that were in front of me that I tried to get through and managed to do so, because I do generally fly around when I play this 9 holes. There's 2 guys just teed off. It's just stopped raining, kind of. You can see it's still a little bit drizzly, so the tee was busy. Let's see if we can get through. I love trying to just get through people and then playing at a much faster pace, because I love golf, but it's cold. And this is what we are left in to the first hole. Lovely tight right flag position. Golf course in incredible condition for the time of year. We do have a bit of mud on the ball, but we're in the rough, so there's not a lot we can do about that. I'll try and just keep the ball flight down. I feel like these are longer than standard. I'd have to check that. Definitely longer than standard, actually, looking at this wedge. Fade, keep fading, keep fading. That looks really safe, but it's actually not a bad shot, because we're that close to that bunker. That is long. I think they've tried to stitch me up here, definitely. The guys do not want to see us under par in this series, although I think for the value we're talking here, I'm still quite impressed. At a time where all the latest golf clubs are, let's face it, ridiculously priced, we have that for birdie on the opening hole in the Mystery Box Challenge. So generally what we've been finding on this series is if we can keep it in play and the putter works, we will generally shoot okay. We'll have a couple of birdies, we'll obviously have the odd bogey or maybe even a double bogey, but it'll even out. So I think that's what the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash have looked at, because not only have we got, well, I think that might be okay, but the putter, I've never in my life ever seen one of those. Now, if we can get this to work, I'm going into Golf Clubs for Cash next week. I'm going to walk in and parade around with this old school Hogan PC1 putter. I don't think it's going to be that forgiving. There's no AI in there, is there? How much would this cost though? So this would set you back $38.99. If you're looking for a nice old school blade style putter, 40 quid. Really can't go wrong. This isn't a day I would choose to come and play social golf. It is freezing. Turn, turn, turn. Oh! We'll call that a sighter on the opening hole. Okay. It's going to take some skill, this putter, because there's not a lot of forgiveness there. Okay, par on the first, not the fastest of starts, but certainly you would rather, well, you don't want to drop a shot on the first hole, do you, in this challenge? I think level par is going to be a good effort today, because I can't feel my hands, it is that cold. Now we've spoken putter, we've spoken irons. Let's have a look at big dog. Second hole, I can turn this round the corner a little bit and try and attack this green. This sometimes is a bit of a bogey hole depending where the flag is. If the flag is at the back, it's a really tough hole. If it's at the front, it's a little bit more accessible. By no means easy, but more accessible. Driver has an M1 head cover on it. I've not actually looked in it yet. I know what the guys are like at Clubs for Cash. You can't count your chickens. Oh, it is an M1. Oh, 8.5. Weight forward 430, because who doesn't want that on a day like today? Standard loft as well, 8.5 this is playing. This could be very fun. How much? This brings back so many memories. My brother, this might even be my brother's old one actually. He used to have one of these. At least that weight setting is central anyway, so let's see if we can send it just over that corner.
So guys, I'd like to just have a quick shout out for this driver shaft as well. It is an old school Graphalloy Pro Launch blue shaft. Who remembers the original Graphalloy blue shaft? They were so good, and this is the original one. They did tamper with it a little bit later down the line. I think it looks really, really good in this driver head as well. Remember, you can go and buy just shafts from Golf Clubs for Cash and retrofit them into your driver, so make sure you check them out if you want to see that.
How much do you reckon this is, guys? Get in the comments below. Knuckleball we want here. Like that. Like that, fading back nicely. Well, it's not gone very far at all today. Amazing how these drivers feel so different now the new ones are out and we've been testing them, because back in the day these used to feel gorgeous. That didn't, I don't know if it's the temperature maybe, but that's not filling me with confidence for the rest of the tee shots required on this 9 holes. So not too bad a tee shot, very, very short, but we do have a nice front flag, so potentially that gives us the opportunity to try and go at this flag. You wouldn't try and go at it at the back, you'd just try and get it flag high and then go with it. I don't think we can play it into the ridge like we sometimes can, because I don't think the green's going to be that fast with it still raining. Huge shout out to the guys who are actually using a rope to get all the dew off the fairways. Like, that is ridiculous. I don't know if they're not doing it just for me, but incredible. What do we have? 9 iron, chippy 9 iron in there. Oh, I'm going to move that mud off the ball. It is placing and we're in the fairway, so these feel about an inch longer than standard. Be good. Keep fading in. Be good. Be good. It's on it. Oh, come on. This is the day. 3 under's the target. Give it one good shot. Anybody else just get massively ahead of themselves when they hit one good shot? Here to have fun, aren't we, I suppose? Must say, I'm a big fan of these. They're actually really, really compact. I thought they were mega forgiving looking at them. Yes, there's a big cavity in the back and there's a bit of offset, but they're actually a nice compact shape. So this could actually end up being quite enjoyable, especially if we keep hitting greens like that one. Look at the rain. Ah, oh, I hate the UK at this time of year. Florida next week though, so if anyone's in Orlando, hit us up. Go for a beer at least. Are we? Oh, that's not bad at all, is it? That is not bad at all. Let's get this putter working. I can never find it because it's so small and dark. Almost looks like something you'd poke the fire with, doesn't it? Nice stopping power on the irons. We'll take that. Actually a tough flag that. This to set the tone. We've already upset the guys at Clubs for Cash. We want to keep working with them. I love this series. Let's really give it to them. Let's stick it in. It's a good roll, it's in. Come on! Get in! Get in! Now, this putter, all I'm thinking here is I have to produce my best stroke. I have to produce a good stroke. I'm struggling to get in the bag there. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And that's almost making me think, right, bring it in a little bit, release it nicely, use the way to the putter, all those ticks, 1 under par, birdie, come on! I actually can't comprehend this, how good this start's been. I'm loving it. I love this series, I really, really do. It's cold, it's miserable, it's damp, but what a day. I love golf, it really does. I think there's something special in the second-hand market, there really is. You could go and buy all these clubs, use them for probably a summer, and you probably wouldn't lose much if you sold them afterwards. Could be a lovely way to play golf, wouldn't it? Because I love testing new stuff as well. If you're like me, guys, get in the comments below and let me know, and check out the link below for the guys at Clubs for Cash if you want to buy out. How Yorkshire was that? If you want to buy out, that means if you want to buy anything, for people who don't know Yorkshire. Okay, first par 3, quite an accessible flag. It looks to be back left that. I will check the yardage actually because I want to make sure I get 135 yards. Now I mentioned about shaft length with these irons, and shaft length, obviously if you are going to buy a set of irons, make sure you check what they are because it will have a bit of a say on how far the ball goes. Obviously a longer shaft length is a longer lever system, so you should generate more club head speed, in essence more ball speed and more distance, but your strike location may suffer because it's harder to release the club and square it up. Also lie angle would be affected, so I feel like these might go a touch left. Fade. Oh, you see what I mean? I wanted that to fade and it's just drawing slightly. That's a missed green left. Well, I can explain it well, but let's missed the bag again. Let's go and talk wedges up on this green because there's a lovely array of wedges in this bag. How bad is the damage? Oh, it's not too bad. The flag's a little bit more central than what I anticipated. Chip for a simple up and down, hopefully. Not that there is such a thing. So wedges wise, there's actually a club in here that's perfect for today because it is the Cleveland CBX2 with the wide sole on it, 56 degree, plenty of bounce on here. It's a wet, miserable day. This is going to help nicely. Sometimes I feel like the wedges that the guys have sent, although being budget and great for people who don't want to spend much money, not been very easy to use. This one, how much is this one? $79.99. Plenty of tech in there to help you short game. Just go out, roll out, roll out, roll out. That's exactly how I planned that shot going. Almost like a duff and roll that, and to be honest, it's a shot I do quite like playing, especially on days like today. You're not going to get any spin today, so you might as well play with the elements. Okay, first missed green navigated, still 1 under par, 2 pars and a birdie. Potential of a drivable par 4 coming up here, although we do have to carry out of bounds. And I'm not sure this driver, I don't know, we should be downwind thinking about the first drive we hit, so maybe we can get up there, give ourselves a chance at eagle. 2-putt birdies are always nice, aren't they? The rain starts to fall even more. I thought we'd got away with that. Right, nice big fade over the corner. Have they gone? Go for it. I don't know if that's clear. It's got to be clear. Where were they? I think it's clear. Right, it's further right than what you think. We're going to attack. We're going for the green. Four? I think that's really good, you know. I think that's really good. Didn't have to be a good strike. We're downwind. So what we're going to say is that was an incredibly aggressive line. I always kind of err on the side of confidence here, and I'm sick of doing so. I wanted to send over that corner. I can't, you can just see like through the trees where the green is, and I can't see a ball. I can't see a flag actually. Is there? Oh, the flags. That's a really difficult flag to get at. As if it's still. How is that still too far left? That's mind-boggling, to be perfectly honest. But this is what we are left with. I'm going to go same club. I'm going to go that 56 again. Oh, look at the 60 we've got here. Same again, and we're not going to try and get any spin because the day wouldn't dictate it to. Land it and let it roll like that, then release. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, I love these kind of big Cleveland wedges for that because you just kind of throw the bounce at the ground and let the club do the work. The 60 degree, I'll show you, is an old school, I say old school, but it's a Callaway PM grind, Phil Mickelson grind, full face wedge, and that would set you back 89 quid. These were like 160, 170 quid when they were new. Not my cup of tea, a really big toe on there, but if you like playing flopper doppers, 60 degree, 12 degrees bounce, why not? Weather proper doesn't know what it's doing. It's like not raining, but you know, that fine stuff. I don't know, at least it's warmed up. I feel like I'm a bit warm now, actually, if anything. This is what we have for birdie to get to 2 under par. And it's funny because if you do get your drive away on this hole, it's definitely the easiest hole on the golf course. You just have to carry the out of bounds. Still can't believe that I was that far. Anyway, let's concentrate on this. I haven't birdied it that much, actually, because if you miss the green, you've still got to get up and down, haven't you? It's no easy feat, especially in winter, when you can get a really bad lies. Right edge. Think about that stroke again. Get in, get in. You know, a lot of people will be commenting, because on the last video I was 3 under, bogeyed the last, shot 2 under. Why don't you go on tour? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? There's a huge difference between shooting a few shots under par around your local golf course that, let's be fair, you know like the back of your hand in winter, to playing on tour. A massive difference. But it's nice to play well, especially with a set that'll cost you less than maybe one of the new drivers alone. And I did think about taking this series like on the road, like playing different courses, but then it didn't really make sense for the setup because it's about the clubs really, it's not about the course. So if you guys have any ideas, then let me know, because I'm really enjoying working with the guys at Clubs for Cash. I know you guys are enjoying seeing what stock they've got and potentially saving money on clubs. So how would you like to see this series evolve next year, or at the end of this year when we finish the Mystery Box Challenge? Can't even even saying that. We'll never finish the Mystery Box Challenge, it will live forever. Maybe. Right, forward tee with it being winter. Let's have a look at the 3-wood, because 3-woods are something which a lot of people do like the idea of. They like the fact you can get something that goes a long way, sometimes as far as your driver. It's the right spec for you. For under £130, £126 this one, with a hazardous 6.0 shaft. There's no excuses with this. I pretty much used to have this club in this spec. Nice new grip on it as well. That's something I always like to look at on the second-hand market. This looks so good. I forgot how good these look. Look at this crown on here. Right, come on. Flag's middle of the green. Lovely. Just lovely. I forgot how good they felt, actually. This isn't the TSI or the TSR, it's a standard TS3. Yeah, lovely. No head cover though, but I'm sure you could get one. I actually forgot about the technology that was in these. It's got that kind of movable pocket thing, hasn't it? Like the bar that comes out and you can change it for your spin rates, and the bar runs like horizontally through the head. They've done away with that. That was actually, I remember this was one of the first clubs that I kind of reviewed as a YouTuber. Really cool, really like nostalgia wise, really exciting. 92, 89 playing 92 to be precise. And one of the other wedges that I've not spoken to you about just yet is a gorgeous Miura 51 degree forge. No real kind of marked on here, no branding. This is, I think this is a steal, because these, you don't really see many of these. £89, 90 quid, dynamic gold shaft, lovely kind of nearly new Golf Pride grip. 90 yards, keep it flighted nice, stick it close, no excuses. Really boxy looking wedge this, if you like a square looking wedge. Pulled it a bit, but it should be the number which will help. It's by no means a great shot, but it's flag high, I think. Did the divot go behind me? I heard a big thud. Huge divot. It's always interesting when you get one flag high, you're not quite happy with it, but you know that because it's flag high, it's going to be 20 feet, maybe 25. Make percentage chance from here is realistically like sub 10%, but at least you're on the green and your 3-putt chance isn't that high. As soon as you get to 40 feet, you're more likely to 3-putt than you are hole it. Even a tour player would be. Right, it's just left to right, nice pace. It's a great roll. It's too much break, not enough speed. Simple par, still 2 under. You know, that might have gone in. If I'd have hit that, that might have gone in. The line was actually good. That's annoying. I don't know if this putter's like really suited, like weight-wise, towards my stroke, but I feel like I'm getting a lovely roll on it. Ball's rolling end over end each time perfectly. No technology in the putter, but a putter's a putter. Perfect length, perfect loft. Just release it nicely. Okay, 2 under par, some really interesting holes coming up. We have a very difficult par 4 after this hole, par 5, and then a gorgeous par 3 to finish. That par 3's had my number whole series. I think I'm going in the front bunker nearly every time. And we get to really hit Ooh, let's go with the hybrid. Adams Hybrid Pro 18 degree, 58 quid, with a nice thick Win dry tack grip on there. Play a nice draw down the right side, open the hole up. It's not a long hole, but you want to be accurate. Oh yeah. It's that cold. I don't know what came out of me there, but it was right at impact. Guys, get in the comments below, what do you think to this bag setup? All in all, I think for the price, I think they've done okay for me here this week. I think the putter, they've tried to catch me out because I putted well last time. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I've kind of admitted that I think they're after me. I can't wait to see what comes next month for the February edition of the Mystery Box Challenge. A bit left of where I wanted it, but that is an A1 tee shot for this hole that's a big dog leg to the left. Well, we were aiming at the post, so we'll take that, and the flag is back middle. So you could say that's accessible. The last thing you want to do is go long. Keep hitting greens in reg now. The score's there to be had. Keep hitting greens, give yourself a chance. Don't make mistakes. I'll play a chip at 8. Try and just run it down there. Land it about 120, 130. We'll place it because it is placing. Just keep in control of it. These irons look so good. Oh, he's left. Sit. You don't want to go long. You don't want to leave yourself a nasty chip. You don't want to go left. Talk's a great game. Just don't make any mistakes. Don't miss greens. That was annoying because I felt like I was playing the right shot there. I just kind of pulled it. Felt the lie angle might be a bit upright because the shaft's long, but all I'll say is I haven't chipped in for a while. I haven't had a chip in yet this year, I don't think. I know it's early, but got to start somewhere, haven't we? Might as well start now. Look at that, it didn't even, it's pitched there. That is horrendous. I wanted to pitch that there. It's going to be this bad boy. Land it where that leaf is. It's going to break left to right. Oh, you just blocked it a bit. Not a bad chip, you're taking that, but just blocked it a touch. I thought I blocked that one as well. Oh, I feel like I'm getting a hole where it rains and then a hole where you think, oh no, it's stopping now, and then a hole where it rains. I'm like really just irritably wet and like sandy. Apart from that, we're having a lovely day. 2 under par, 3 holes to go. Guys, what are we going to shoot? Get in the comments below. I think it's on. I think we can beat last month. I think it was last week. No, last month. Come on! Right, I despise this hole. Also, fair play to the guys in front because they've absolutely motored. They're a 2-ball and I'm on my own and they've left me for dead really, so very, very impressed by that. We did birdie this hole last month. It was a driver and a 3-wood and then like a 5-foot putt. I mean, the driver was out of the cabbage, but luckily enough the boys had just cut the rough down. Come on, big one. It's downwind this. We've not really had a big drive with this driver. There we go. That's what I remember from the M1 430. Absolute bullet, and that was out of the screws. Oh yes, please M1. Love to see how this performs to the new AI Smoke or QI10. Is there a video there who'd like to see that? This Taylormade M1 430 against a QI10 LS, the driver that Tiger and Rory will be using this year. Will you be using it? Will I be using it? Let me know in the comments below. Be using. Sound like abusing that, doesn't it? Not abusing it, using it. I think I've gone mad. I'm cold, I'm wet. They're the drives we like. Just shy of the 150, bang smack in the middle to a flag that's just in the centre of that green. This is the shot. If you get this right, we are on. Get this wrong, could be a double. Why would you say that? What a strange thing to say. 155 playing 165 and it's wet. I'm going to go with a 5. I know you think that's a lot, but it is freezing. Not going to be a full one either. I'm going to aim, grip down the shaft a bit, aim over that right bunker and just let it come on the lie angle. Oh James, that is so bad. That's right up against that tree. You've said double. You said the words. I am literally now just praying that that's further up than what it looks, because that looks like it's right at the root of that tree and there's a bunker there and we have to go over it to get to that flag. I know it's not poor choices, it's just a poor shot, poor swing. It's a long way left. I was aiming right. Looking at that, I think we're okay. I think that's far enough away to have a shot, as long as the branches aren't overhanging, to there. It's actually fine. I think it would have been a good shot. It was the right distance. I thought it was long, but it's not. Just needed to be better on line. We don't even have to go over the bunkers. That's good. Flags at the front, not in the middle. Still not an easy chip, because that runs away very quickly even today. I always think it's funny when I talk to myself and I'm like, oh, just don't miss a green. And then from there you don't hit a green and you're like, I mean, that's sat terribly as well. That's where this wedge comes in, RTX. Play it up and let it release down. Oh, sit, sit, sit. It has. Oh, that came out really fiery and then just checked up. That's where this is like really, really good. Give a worse way to spend 80 quid. And that's where when you're buying second hand, maybe it's a good idea to test something second hand, like an ideology of more bounce, of a cavity back wedge, or something that you don't want to go and blow like 160 quid on, but you want to trial it, because then you could think, oh, well, that works, so I will go and get the latest and greatest. This is big. This is huge. It's just right edge. You've had a good stroke all day with this. Trying to get some confidence into me. Don't give the hole away. Just that hole looks a lot bigger with the flag out on this downhiller. Come on. Or just, but we will take it. That was a horrible little putt. We've made a par. Another up and down. We'll take that. And like, I'm starting to think, why don't I have a wedge like that in there? 'Cause if I was playing normally and I just had like the Taylormade wedges I've been using and maybe the Mizuno lob wedge, I'd have probably struggled from that lie, because at this time of year everyone needs a little bit of help. And it was the wedge that got me the forgiveness there. That wasn't a skillful shot, that was luck. Then you roll the putt in and there's no pictures on the scorecard. Biggest cliche ever, but there isn't. It's funny because there's always a club in this mystery box challenge that sort of gets me round, that coasts me round, that I kind of rely on. I feel like today it's not necessarily the putter, it's definitely not the driver, although that was a nice one. I think it has been that wedge, I think it has been this bad boy. It's got me out of a lot of sticky situations, but we are now onto the par 5, potential to get down there. You can see we're off a wintry tee. It's not actually that far forward, the main tee is just there, but it's a nicer angle to try and get down there. Same shot as last time we got. I actually tried to hit a draw last time and it was like a bullet fade, so generally how I am playing at the minute. Let's just hit the same. How good's that? Wow! I mean, it's not going to run anywhere because that's gone really high, but that felt incredible. I've been struggling to launch drivers recently. I've actually started hitting down on it, which I don't like doing with a driver, but there I felt like I've kind of got back and just bang! Oh, small wins. Maybe this, maybe 8.5's the answer. Make you concentrate a little bit more, because concentration is normally terrible. And we didn't lose the T-peg either. Shout out Northern Ball Markers for the T-peg delivery. Lovely. They don't mark your driver, these, which I do like about a tee, so there you go. Now, I don't want to say it, but we've almost done the hard stuff. Depending where the tee is on the par 3, put it this way, I am not going in that front bunker on the par 3, I'm not doing it, end of. I've not birdied that 9th hole in ages. We're 2 under par, this is a par 5, we're down there, should get down there for 2, hopefully. Maybe a chip and a putt for birdie, get to 3. 3 would get us top of the leaderboard for this mystery box challenge. I feel like I'm growing into this series as well. I feel like I'm sort of taking it in my stride. The fact that I always open the box at the beginning of the video and then I don't hit any shots with them, I just go out and play with them, don't go on the range, don't see how far they go, don't do any of it. I don't know, I think it's making me a better golfer. I feel like I'm just picking shots, and yeah, sometimes you play the wrong shot like I have done in the last few holes, but other times it's like, just go out and play, just go out and do it. So down here, quite a long way down actually, we are in the rough, and unfortunately I can already see what's going to be a big problem for us. We're in the rough, I can't clean this, and that really isn't ideal. That should really take away the option of trying to get down there in 2, I think. I'm just going to hit that hybrid and see how it goes. If I keep it low, it shouldn't really deviate too much, should it? It's if it's in the air and it really goes that there's a problem. Right, this is just down to potluck. It's just going right a bit. It's a shame because it was a good shot, but it's opening it up nice. I think it's taking some distance off it as well. That's a bad break, but if you get angry at stuff like that, you probably shouldn't be golfing, to be fair, because I massively got away with that last chip. So the way I'm seeing it, that's just evened itself out quite nicely. As a junior, that would have really annoyed me. I think that would have ruined my day. So I don't know if I've grown up or, yeah, probably not, to be fair. Ooh, speaking of growing up, I've been thinking about having this the entire round, and I think I might, if we birdie one of the last 2, I'll have it. Time out. You got those in America? I don't know. Very nice. Used to be a 2-finger bar though. Now the single. So yeah, probably a bit more depressing. But put it away for now and then see if we can make a birdie and get to 3. Top of the leaderboard. Time out bar. Everyone's a winner, aren't they? Just seeing as well for that par 3, the flag's right at the back, which does make it a lot harder because it's probably like a 20-yard difference. It does mean it would be a terrible shot to go in the front bunker, but it does bring the back bunker into play, and basically if you go in either of them, you're done. Why do I don't know. I feel like I have to plan that in my head, but I probably shouldn't say it out loud. Don't know. Intrusive thoughts. Here's what we got. Just in the right hand rough. We were never going to get there, were we? That was still a long way in. Front flag. Guess what's coming out? You guessed it. It is time for the 50-60 degree once again. We've not actually used the 60 degree wedge, but I don't feel like it's the time of year that you probably would. Be good. It's leaking a bit, but again it's flag high, and that divot definitely went there. I could hear it. All the sensors to try and keep the golf course in as good a condition as possible. One thing I've noticed as well, it's actually got a mid-sized grip on it, this. I think that might well be helping me just try and keep the hands out of it a bit and use my body more. Might just be me, but certainly feels just comfortable. Maybe we've found a little golden nugget in this episode. I think I would have definitely much preferred that to be closer in the attempt at birdie, but chance is a chance, isn't it? It's a green in reg. It stopped the rock of missing greens after I said let's not miss a green again. But it's amazing to show, like, if you get flag high, you're never that far away, are you? Like, this is quite a narrow green, and I mean I've only just hit it actually, but it's pitched exactly where I wanted it to. We've got an uphill attempt, I will say, not a chance, but an attempt. I think we need, if we're going to go top, I think we need this. Don't think we're going to birdie the final hole. Not to that flag position. There's a cup and a half left at a nice pace. This is huge. I feel like I have holed a lot of these putts, probably more so than I should over the last 6 months. Come on. I blocked it. That's the first putt where I've thought, oh, no forgiveness whatsoever in that head. None. Felt totally different, felt tinny. Well, the good news is, now we're on the final hole, it has stopped raining. I get to go home and edit now, inside. So is life. So is life. Where's the tee? Oh, it's right back there. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be a tough one to finish on. Right. So what I have been doing is kind of clubbing up and just trying to play little low shots. And I mean, the strategy hasn't really worked. We started hot, didn't we? We were 2 under through 4. Then we've just clung on for the last 4 holes, realistically. Hot, 165 uphill. I'm going to go with the 7. Am I? 7? 6. Don't let it go left or short. Ah! Right, that's like left and short, so that was the worst swing of the day. I don't really want to finish on that one, we're going to have to do. That was poor, and that's a very difficult up and down to that flag there. It's looking like the time out is staying out at the moment. Rather unbelievably, that is a green in regulation. What I'm not looking forward to is testing the sweet spot of that putter right to that back flag, 60 feet away, maybe more. I'd rather have missed the green, I think, here. Who's put that flag there to tie the lead? I'm not even, like, I would chip this, you know. I'm not going to do because it's wet and I will probably take a big divot out of John's green, but I don't know how you get close to this. Just got to try and get the distance right, I suppose, and hope to leave yourself anything inside 10 feet. Sit, 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 sit. I'm going to go as far as to say that's really good. That's really, I don't know why I'm going back to my putter away, but that's really not too bad at all from all the way back there. It's a chance. This hole just has my 6 feet to tie the lead. With, to be fair, clubs that, I know the angle and length probably hasn't helped, but these have been good clubs. It would have been some shot, to be fair, to get all the way back here. It'd probably been like a 5 or a 4. Big left to righter. This means a lot. We've had chances as well. It's not like we've not had chances. Difficult one. 2 cups left. That hurts a lot. Guys, that is 1 under par in the January edition of the Mystery Box, brought to you by the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash. Thank you so much for watching. It got me in the end. Guys, stay tuned for next month. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see it. Check out the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash if you want some second-hand clubs. It's still under par, but it feels like a defeat again. This hole, next month, I'll get it.